Canada is a large country in North America, with an area of 9,984,670 square kilometers. It is the second largest country in the world by total area, after Russia. Canada has a population of about 37.8 million people as of 2023, making it one of the most sparsely populated countries in the world. Canada is bordered by 3 oceans: the Atlantic, the Pacific and the Arctic. It also shares land borders with the United States to the south and Alaska to the northwest, as well as a maritime border with Greenland to the northeast and France's Saint-Pierre and Miquelon to the southeast. Canada has a diverse geography, with regions such as the Canadian Shield, the Interior Plains, the Great Lakes St. Lawrence Lowlands, the Appalachian Mountains, the Western Cordillera, the Hudson Bay Lowlands and the Arctic Archipelago. Canada is also home to many natural resources, such as oil, gas, minerals, timber and fish. The Canadian dollar, CAD, is the official currency of the Canada. Canada is a country in North America that occupies roughly the northern 2/5 of the continent. Canada has a rich and diverse history that spans thousands of years, from the original inhabitants of the land to the European explorers and colonists who shaped its identity and culture. The word Canada comes from the Huron-Iroquois word Canada, meaning a village or settlement. The first Europeans to use this name were the French explorers led by Jacques Cartier, who visited the area around present-day Quebec City in the 16th century. They encountered various indigenous peoples who had their own beliefs, languages, customs and ways of life. The indigenous peoples were greatly affected by the arrival of Europeans, who brought diseases, trade, missionaries, wars and colonization. Canada became a self-governing dominion within the British Empire in 1867, when 4 provinces, Ontario, Quebec, Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, joined together in a federal union under the British North America Act. The new country expanded its territory through various purchases, transfers and treaties with Britain and the indigenous peoples. By 1870, Canada had acquired Rupert's Land, the Northwestern Territory and Manitoba from the Hudson's Bay Company and Britain. In 1871, British Columbia joined Confederation, followed by Prince Edward Island in 1873 and Yukon in 1898. In 1905, Saskatchewan and Alberta were created from parts of the Northwest Territories. In 1949, Newfoundland, including Labrador, joined Canada as its 10th province. In 1999, Nunavut was established as Canada's 3rd territory, separating from the Northwest Territories. Canada gained more autonomy from Britain over time, especially after the First and Second World Wars, when it played an important role in the Allied efforts. Canada achieved legislative independence from Britain in 1931 with the Statute of Westminster and constitutional independence in 1982 with the Canada Act, which patriated the Constitution and added the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Canada remains a constitutional monarchy with Queen Elizabeth II as its head of state, represented by a Governor-General. Canada is a bilingual and multicultural country that celebrates its diversity and heritage. It is a federation of 10 provinces and 3 territories, each with its own government and jurisdiction. Canada has a parliamentary democracy with a prime minister as its head of government and a bicameral legislature composed of the House of Commons and the Senate. Canada is also a member of various international organizations, such as the United Nations, NATO, the Commonwealth, La Francophonie and NAFTA. Canada is a country with a rich and diverse culture that reflects its history, geography, and population. Canada's culture has been shaped by the influences of its indigenous peoples, who have lived on the land for thousands of years, and by the waves of immigration from Europe, Asia, Africa, and other parts of the world. Canada's culture is also influenced by its relationship with the United States, its closest neighbor and ally, as well as by its membership in the Commonwealth and the Francophonie. Canada's culture is characterized by its multiculturalism, which is enshrined in its constitution and laws, and by its promotion of human rights, democracy, and peace. Canada's culture is expressed through its arts, literature, music, sports, cuisine, festivals, and symbols, such as the maple leaf, the beaver, and the red and white flag. Canada's culture is celebrated and supported by various institutions, such as the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, CBC, the National Film Board of Canada, NFB, and the Canada Council for the Arts. Canada's culture is also recognized and respected around the world for its creativity, diversity, and innovation.
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe our channel for more videos.